Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I want to talk about how you play a song called Riverbank by Paisley. And it starts off with a couple cool intro licks, actually. And Brad's the man. He'll play all kinds of crazy cool stuff, so you may want to kind of check out some of the real tabs at some point. But you may want to kind of kick it off with kind of this Munson fake cool Brad Paisley lick where you can play open D and then do a hammer on the 3rd fret on the D and then a hammer onto the 5th fret or 4th fret and then 5th fret. So it's almost kind of this hammer on the 3rd, hammer on the 4th, hammer on the 5th. So I'm playing the open D with the pick, putting my left hand fingers down to carry the sound through that. So 0, 3, 4, 5, and then we go to kind of to a low E string on the 3rd fret, kind of a G note after that. So if you want to kind of kick it off with a cool little lick, yeah, kind of 0, 3, 4, 5, 3. So you want to kind of play around with that. And then from there we kind of keep on going on a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, the 2nd finger on the low E string 3rd fret, and 3rd finger on the high E string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, and kind of working that for your G major. And there's this other lick that kind of turns up later on actually, and on really any G chord you could kind of work this lick, where you could do kind of a low E bass, and then a down, and then another down, and then we play open D, and then we do a hammer on from the open D to the 2nd on the D. So I'm kind of playing that open and kind of just let my finger go down to carry the sound, and then another open D. So if you kind of dig on that, you may want to kind of work that G as kind of a bass chord, chord, O, O, 2, O, bass chord, chord, O, O, 2, O, bass chord, chord, O, O, 2, O, bass chord. And you may want to work that as a hammer-on pull-off, actually. Kind of working that all on one pick, kind of that O2O bass chord, chord, O2O bass chord, chord, O2O. Or you could kind of fill in that time with some strumming. Actually, you'll kind of hear these cool little hits, actually, almost around a G5 power chord, where you could do 1st finger on the low E string 3rd fret, 3rd finger on the A string 5th fret, and if you strum just the E and the A string, actually that sounds like G5 power chord. So if you want to rock it out a little bit, you gotta work that chord, and there's a lot of this down, down kind of an idea through the tune. 2, 3, 4, G down, down, 2, 3, 4, G down, down, 2, 3, 4, G down, down, 2, 3, 4, if you want to kind of follow that line. Or one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you took the G and tried that a lot, you got down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and down, up, down, up, up, down, up can be a cool variation. Down, up, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or if you're digging on that bass idea from the intro, you may want to make it a bass down, up, down, up. Kind of throw in that low E string for your first down. Bass down, up, down, or bass up, down, bass up, down, bass up, down, might be a cool way to follow it too. And then from that intro, then we'll be going into our main verse. And we do kind of 4 Gs, although you will hear this cool little lick on the last G, where you'd almost do kind of a down, down, up, down, and then go to open A, and this first fret on the A, second fret on the A. Maybe we can kind of work that as a double hammer-on, kind of hammer on to first fret, hammer on to second, and then that's kind of a lead in into the open D. So you got kind of that G, 1, 2, and then open D to kind of back up a D major chord. And when you play D major, first finger goes to the G on the second fret, second finger on the high E second fret, and third finger on the B string third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord and it sounds really happy. Now, while you're on Ds in general, you may want to lift off the second finger. Well, it's a dangerous finger to lift, but that sounds a D sus2. Or you could add in the pinky on the high E third and kind of get a D suspended chord and kind of say some things around the D chord in general. And then from the D, we'd be going back to our G major chord, and then a lot more G. And on the very last G, you'll hear this cool little bass walk up where you may want to fall third on the low E string, open A, first fret on the A, second fret on the A string to kind of lead into our chorus. So we tried that way. We could do it with any of those strum patterns, but G down, up, down, G down, up, down, G down, up, down, G down, up, D, D down, up, down, G down, up, down, G. Or you may kind of dig on that lick from the intro, that bass chord, O, O2, O, bass chord, O, O2, O, G. And then on that last G, kind of have that cool little bass line that kind of leads into our chorus part. And our chorus starts on a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger goes to the B on the first fret, second finger on the D second fret, the third finger on the A string third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, the beautiful sounds of C major. Now you may also want to think about lifting off the first finger and making that a C major 7. Or you can add in the pinky on the B string third for a C major 9 and kind of say some things around the C chord. Or another way to play C major 9, we'll be doing first finger on the D second, second finger on the A third, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Kind of working that for your C major 9. And then from the C, we go back to our G chord. And then we go to a D major chord, and then we go back to our G major chord, and then we go to a C, but then we kind of do half on a G, kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back to G. I'm kind of doing 8 downs on each one. D, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or you could work your down, down, up, down. The weird part is that G and C, and you may want to do just a down, down, up on each of those chords when you get that part. So through that chorus, you'd have the C, down, up, down, G down, up, down, D down, up, down, G down, up, down, C down, up, down, G down, C down, G down, up, down, D down, up, down. And then from there, it's almost like a little piece of our intro comes back as kind of a chorus, that kind of G, G. Too, if you wanted to kind of just rock it out, actually, and kind of digging on the power chord ideas, for the C chord, you could use a C5 power chord, where you do first finger on the A third, third finger on the D9, kind of working that for your C5. And for the D chord, you could use a D5 power chord, where you can kind of take that shape and slide it over to 5th fret on the A, 7th fret on the D chord. So if you wanted to, you could even kind of take that rhythm from the idea from the intro and back up the chorus. C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, C, 2, G, 2, 3, 4, D, and then you add that G, kind of is our chorus tag, very, very good. So we want to kind of play around with that too, if you kind of want to rock it out a little bit. Or you could add more basses, and actually the kind of that bass down, up, down we talked about on the intro, you could carry that through to the verse and the chorus. And on the C, you'd have the A string for your bass, and on the D, you'd have the D string for your bass. So we took our next verse and tried it with a bass down, up, down, up. You'd have kind of G down, up, down, G, low, E, bass, G, low, E, bass, G, low, E, bass, D, Or you may want to bring back that leg. G, So, or for our chorus. And if we tried our chorus with basses, we'd have the C with an A bass, D with Louis bass, D with a D bass, G with Louis bass, C with an A bass, G with a Louis bass, C with an A bass, G with Louis bass, D. Back to our G's is kind of our chorus tag. G, G, G. And then from there, then we'll be going into our bridge part. So we tried our bridge with a bass down, up, down, up. We have the D, D, G, G, B, to lead into our outro chorus. And we have our C, G, D, G, C, G, C, G, D, G, D. And then we got our chorus time. G, kind of back to our intro idea. That's the basics of how you get strummed through Riverbank by Brad Paisley. So good luck.